Hi guys! So I haven't really updated in a number of days. I think that the last time I updated you was like Monday, so it's now Friday, just having a bit of a lunch break. So I have done quite a bit this week, including some reading, but I'll get to that in a second. So last night, as part of my drama group, we had one of our monthly open mic nights, which was like childhood story themed, and it was just very fun, lots of nostalgia. So I've had quite a few rehearsals for that throughout the week, because I got involved with a number of things. Like, I was in a short Scooby-Doo skit, and I also was part of a Mary Poppins thing. So if I can find recorded clips of that, I'll put them in here. When she looks at me, what is it she sees? A pile of straw, a battered burlap sack. Is all I'll ever be, a clever forgery of a man. When the lost eagle flies over the lost crumbling mountain, and the lost lion roars at the lost dusty fountain. When you send it flying up there, all at once you're lighter than air. You can dance on the breeze over houses and trees, with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Let's all go fly a kite. And then today, me and my friend who have bubbled, we went on a nice walk together. I'll just move over here, so I didn't take any videos, so I'll just put up some nice pics here from where we went walking, and it was just really lovely. So, pretty tired now, but I've got a couple of hours of work to do, although I have been reading. So I decided to start Red, White and Royal Blue next, and it might be a couple of days before I can start Wicked anyway, because Scribd has done that really annoying thing where once I start listening to a number of audiobooks within a month, they're like, oh, these ones have become unavailable for an amount of time. So hopefully Wicked will become available again relatively soon. So I started Red, White and Royal Blue, and I am loving it. I think it's so good. It's incredibly funny. It's basically a love story between the first son of the United States falling in love with one of the princes of England, and it's just so cute and also somewhat political but kind of on the nose, and it's really funny and really light-hearted. I have a prediction as to where the story might go in terms of introducing drama into their relationship, which is what I typically don't like about romance plots, especially if those plots revolve around miscommunication and like the characters just having to talk it out. So I hope that's not where the story goes next, but so far I am really enjoying it. I'm just over a third of the way through that, so hopefully, I don't think I'll be finishing that today, but hopefully I'll be finishing that over the next couple of days. I think that something that will be really interesting to look at once I finish all these books is, one, how popular they are, and also how well it's rated. So I think that with these sorts of recommendations, they're very much based on opinion. So someone has gone through each personality type or the stereotypes of each zodiac and has been like, right, here is the book that I think would be best suited to that zodiac type. And with some of the books, I've been able to find the little piece of information about why they picked that book. But I think that picking an incredibly popular and an incredibly well-liked book is a pretty safe bet for someone liking a book. So I think that it would be interesting to see whether or not any of these books that were recommended either have a very low readership or have a very low rating, and whether or not I disagree with that low rating or I am the odd one out. So I think that will be interesting. Although I don't see that happening with any of the books that I've chosen to read. There were some of the books that were also recommended that I didn't choose to pick up. One, because that was enough books for this challenge, but two, because of the fact that I'd never heard of them and I didn't have them on my shelves. And some I had heard of, but I actively wasn't interested in. So I think it would be really interesting to redo this challenge, looking at those books as well, and trying to compare to see whether or not the books that were recommended, but I didn't have on my radar or I actively didn't pick out to read, would I like those better than the ones I'd already picked out for myself out of this particular challenge? Because so far I've really liked everything I've read, really apart from the DNF of I Was Born for This. But again, I think that was not on the fault of the book. I think it's still a fairly good book. So yeah, I think that would be a fairly interesting thing to do. But that's something that when I've read all the books and I have all my ratings, then it's something that I can check out. So yeah, that's my sort of general check-in at the moment. Reading Red, White and Royal Blue, really enjoying it, but I haven't finished, so I don't know where that will go from here. I think if it continues like it is right now, I can see myself really enjoying this. I think it will depend on whether or not the author has chosen to go down the miscommunication pathway, I think, going forward, because I could see that happening and I hope it doesn't. But yeah, I will update you when something changes. So I just decided to bake cake because why the hell not? Although it is quite hard. I don't know if I over-baked it. It also, so that was the way up in the pan it was, and it's also sunk. So I think this is going to be the bottom, and then because these two sides are flat, I'm going to ice both of these and then ice the top. I've already made some icing, and I'm probably going to grab a cake board rather than using like one of my plates. Then I can give it to a friend, and that'd be nice. So yeah. And it is iced. Quite messily, but that was kind of what I was going for. So, yeah, exciting. Just kidding, there's no way that I could do a cake so boring. I'm so happy with how this turned out. It's supposed to be a Velociraptor, but I got the wrong number of, what would these bones be called? Anyway, I'm super stoked with how this turned out. Let me just move this bit into the sun so you can see better. So yeah, I'm going to do some washing out, then take some photos of this for my Instagram. My friend got a hamster. Oh my god, she's so cute.
Right, there are a few crumbs. Reg, do you want a few crumbs of cheese?
Richie, stop it. Oh god.
Hi guys, it has been a while since I updated you, so let me do that now. And you might notice that I'm in a completely different space than I was before. If you can hear heavy panting, that's my dog, not me. Basically, I had to rush home for a family thing, but I'm not going to discuss that here, and everything's alright. I'm going to be sort of vlogging from my parents for a few weeks. Reading wise, I have now finished Red, White and Royal Blue, and I absolutely loved it. I really think that the dynamic of the characters worked really well. Everyone was well characterised and individual. I don't normally go for like books that are just romance. I normally like books. I do like romance in books, but I don't like books that are just a romance. But I do have the odd exception. I think this was definitely one of them. I gave it 5 stars. I think Alex, one of the main characters, was just such a chaotic bisexual, and Prince Henry was amazing. I can't remember whether or not I have explained the plot of this book, but it's a sort of near future scenario where the first son of the United States and the Prince of England fall in love, and it's their romance story. And earlier on, I was slightly worried that in the plot they'd use a sort of miscommunication element to introduce conflict into the story. And I'm glad they didn't go down that route. I'm going to cut out this next bit if it was a spoiler, because I haven't actually read the back of the book, so I don't know how much people know going in. But it was quite evident that the conflict of the story would come from the political and family situation that both of the boys come from, in terms of them having a relationship with each other. But at the start of the book, they are sort of forced together on a pretend friendship scenario, and I thought, and I was worried that they would use that to create sort of conflict in the story, but I think that would really cheapen it. I think that sort of them actually becoming friends and then them saying, oh, well, you're only friends with me because you had to pretend to. I think that that would have really cheapened the actual conflict of the story, and I'm glad they didn't go down that route. So yeah, if I just said spoilers, that bit will be cut out. But I really, really enjoyed it. And I then read a book that wasn't related to this video concept at all, which was, I reread the play DNA. And if you watch my worst books of 2020 video... No. If you watch my worst books of 2020 video, you would have seen I put it on there. And I didn't reread it because of the fact that I particularly liked the story. Sorry if you can hear my dog snoring. But me and my friends put together a little play reading for it and read through it. So I reread that. I don't feel any differently about it. I don't think it was any better the second time through. In fact, I think that I was probably a bit kind to it the first time I read it. But it was a great evening. Reading plays over Zoom with some friends. But yeah, obviously that didn't count for this video, and it is now, I think, the 15th. So I was going to have a break from doing this video so that I could read my next book club book, which book club is tonight. And I think I've read about 3 pages, and I have a full day of work to do today. So there is no way that I'm going to get through the whole of that before book group. So I think that after this video concept, I'm just going to have to catch up on all the book club books that I've sort of let slip. I'm in the middle of about 5 of them. And I do intend to finish them. It's just that right now my concentration is just whoop. And like the only way that I can really concentrate on reading a story is through audiobooks, or at least concentrate on reading a story at any speed, because I'm used to reading at least 2 books a week, and so far I think I've finished 2 books and it's already the 15th. So yeah, I'm clearly a lot slower than I was. But yeah, I think that I'm doing a couple of more interesting things at my parents'. Me and my mum did our nails, which is very not me. I mean, I like doing my nails, but I never do them because of the fact that they get messed up doing lab work. And I suggested it as something for me and my mum to do together, but she only had pink nail polish, and I was like, not that I've got anything against pink, it's just really not me. Blue is far more my style, as you can see from most of my room. But yeah, I think I'm going to get on with Wicked next. It's the only other book on this TBR that has an audiobook, so that one's the easier option than Birthday, but also the fact that it's a 19-hour audiobook, so even if I speed it up, it's still going to take me a while to get through. If I do anything else that's interesting, that I have any vlog clips that I could put in here, I will do, but I'll probably update you when I am a decent way through Wicked, or if I decide to switch things up.
You want your leftovers, I think?
Would help.
Hi guys, Editing Cara here. I realised I never sort of explained what the last few clips from this vlog were. So basically, I'd been seeing these sort of hot chocolate bombs all over Instagram, and I've been really curious about them, but I didn't really have any sort of circular moulds, and I thought, what if I could just break open a Kinder Egg and use the chocolate from the Kinder Egg in order to make hot chocolate bombs. So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's basically where you make a shell of chocolate, fill it with hot chocolate powder and any other sort of ingredients that you want, and then close it up and you put it into a mug, pour hot milk over it, and it sort of melts into your drink to make you a hot chocolate, which me and my sister enjoyed making a load of. So that's what these are. Now you can enjoy some very aesthetic slow motion shots.